I also feel like at some point we should talk about the Kill Tony stuff, and then I was thinking you could put a frame of that on the thumbnail just to like get engagement. You know what I mean?
He's smooth.
No, he didn't.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Conrad's Untitled Nighttime Talk Show. I'm here with my guest Nic Ferrell.
What's going on, guys?
Is this not the most professional podcast you've ever been on?
This is pretty sick. It's pretty dope to be on the second and third biggest, largest podcast in the world in the same fucking
You're on Joe Rogan?
span of time, dude.
Ah, yeah, this is like Joe Rogan light.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like Joe Rogan, no paywall.
Yeah.
Free demo.
You're my favorite bald guy, though.
Yeah,
you beat out Rogan by...
I am not going to kick anybody.
It goes you, Lex Luthor, Rogan for me.
Yeah. Yep, that's your Mount Rushmore of bald dudes.
Oh, yeah.
For me, it's like...
Elmer Fudd might be up there, too. I think he's bald.
For me, it's like George St. Pierre, the Blue Man Group,
Yeah.
and the Monopoly Man.
Nice.
Yeah, those are my guys.
Yeah, that's a solid
Yep.
solid batch.
Mm-hmm. That's a team right there.
Yeah, you got to pick your
Yeah.
squad.
Yeah. Blue Man Group, not great plumbers.
No? Yeah.
No, they just fuck around all day.
Yeah.
Get nothing done.
Yeah, their Home Depot budget must be, like, insane.
Oh, yeah. With inflation? Jeez.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, I forgot my piece of paper.
Did you prepare questions?
No, I usually like to write a list of words that I'll edit out erroneously.
What does that mean?
So,
Both erroneously and what you said.
after I export the final mix on this thing,
Uh-huh.
I'll have AI watch it,
Cool.
and it'll generate a transcript.
Nice.
And then I can highlight individual words, and it'll snap right to the timeline where you say it.
That's cool.
So I can edit out all the problematic stuff. You know,
Oh,
like on
that's
YouTube,
really smart.
you're not supposed to say anything awful in like the first 5 minutes, but there's I don't know, I got two heads on it. It's like, one, I don't like censorship. Two,
Yeah.
like the way that they pick what is and is not censored is kind of like you can't say boop, and you can't say the word boop.
Oh,
And those
yeah.
are two of the new ones.
Did you mark those?
I did, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, actually the XML export is the most important part because that's the only way I could see the
markings?
flags. Yeah.
Cool.
Otherwise, if I pull it up and then syncing all that shit was a bitch and a half. But I got it down now.
How long does it take you, like, as far as the time on, like, the post end of it? Like, is it like an hour? Is it a couple hours? Or?
It's if I can get it down to like less than an hour,
Yeah.
then that's good.
Is there audio
'cause
being...
I'm trying to do like 3 of them. So like
Is there audio
audio's-
baked into that video file?
Right. So that's how you sync it.
Nice, cool.
Yeah, because the problem is like that's recording in 32-bit and this is recording in 24-bit times, a second per hour.
Yeah,
It's gonna be you got to stretch it by 100.0006.
There's some weird delay or some weird lip syncing
it
stuff.
starts to double.
Yeah.
Basically, this is gonna lag behind that eventually because this isn't that good.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be. It needs to look like we're talking and sound like people.
Totally.
Right.
I wonder if people like, I wonder how important it is to do the video component too.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, all I'm doing is I'm just throwing shit on YouTube. I'm not advertising the thing. I'm not uploading it on Apple Podcasts. I'm not putting it on Spotify Podcasts. I don't know what the fucking rules are. I'm doing it in public. And I need to be cool enough to ask you to turn the music off wherever I'm going to record.
Yeah.
So there's a limited number of places that are only available at specific times of the day. Like, I got one spot here, one spot in Lowell, and then another spot in Rogers, only if it doesn't rain. Like, yeah. And then I got one spot in Siloam, only if there's not a protest at the park that day.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a nice gazebo in there. Nobody goes to parks. Everybody's fat.
Yeah, parks are empty, dude. Trails are pretty empty.
It is Arkansas in July, too,
Yeah, it's too hot.
Yeah. Well, okay, so, like, here's another one. Whenever we go to, I'll steal a chair from inside the bar, throw it in my car, drive around the corner, and then do a podcast in the shade, next to a dumpster. Because it's mobile,
Yeah, no, that's true.
I don't
you really
give a
can.
shit about burning double A's.
Yeah.
Because I had a conversation with Cody Woods, and I was trying to, like, big dick him on, like, oh, look at my camera.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, dude, why? You don't need that. Like, these are fart jokes.
Yeah.
Like,
unless you're doing like
everybody's
straight up
watching it on their
photography.
phone. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, all right, Scorsese, what are you doing? Like, do you really like 4K? Like a 5-minute fart joke in 4K is like 80 gigs.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is only 60. Like, and there's not a whole world to explore in my, you know.
Totally. It's cool that you can do like moves in post, you know, you can do like, you can zoom in, you can like track it a little bit better if you want to like punch in. But it's also like, I'm not trying to leave like...
One of the really fun things I get to do sometimes is like learn how to like track and like blur. So like there's this one, I interviewed Ron Javier and he's talking about like, I don't know, like...
He pull his dick out or something? You had to
No,
blur
he
it?
didn't no, he didn't do that. It was like, he's talking about like, I don't know, doing drugs in hotel rooms and stuff, and there's little kids running by.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to blur that face. And then a fat person would just walk in front of the camera, so I blur the gut. You know? Or like some guy comes in here and says that he, you know, it's super funny because people get on here and they're like, oh, I got something to say. And they see the camera and they're like, ah.
And they clam up.
Yeah.
I never have anything to say. It's all pretty unimportant, but
yeah,
it's kind of the
at
trick.
least you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not everybody knows that.
I got nothing pointed to say, but... Yeah, so you've been doing pods at New Province?
No. Well, get behind there and don't tell them. Yeah, you know, because it's like I'll order a beer, I'll walk out of the establishment, I'll go post up.
If you order a beer, you're entitled to one stool in like a corner of the premises.
Yeah, but I'm not cool enough with them to turn off the music yet.
Yeah.
So like,
you gotta flee to the shadows.
Hey, can I borrow this chair? What are you gonna do? Sit on it? I'm like, all right. Bring it back, I promise. And I know technically, you know, you walk past the sign that says past this point. I might have to edit this part. I don't know. Well, nobody listens to this fucking thing anyway, except for like, well,
just the workers of.
It seems like the 20 people that listen to the show have told me about it.
Have told you what?
Have told me that they listen to the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if I'm looking at the views and it's only getting like 15, and then I like go get my oil change, and the guy's like, "Oh, I love the show." And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I thought that was nobody. No, 15 is 15 people.
Totally.
You know, and they can all spell my fucking name, so I shouldn't be surprised that they know me.
Yeah.
You know? Which, you know, on the other hand, all of this effort just to not present it.
You're having fun though, right?
That's the whole point.
And you're building the muscle.
Yeah.
You're getting the podcast. It is like a part of the... It's a part of the thing.
Dude, the work is fucking editing these shits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I had a conversation with a guy, he said, he's like, oh, I produce other people's shows. And I'm like, give me that gig, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That seems worse. Just only producing
Watching
a show.
other people talk about some shit you don't care about.
Yeah, then you gotta re-listen to it and like go back and sync it, and it's a lot of hours.
Why do I have to re-listen to it? Like, what are they...
Or at least you gotta listen
like,
to it on double time.
Because this show is like, I try to encourage you to say fireable things, and then I go back and cover my ass and make you look like an asshole.
Nice.
Yeah, that's, you know, it's my self-help podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just chop up the syllables
me.
until you can turn them into slurs.
I hate those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Just really.
Yeah.
Just
Like, how do you
sabotage.
feel about the whole situation?
Those guys need to cut it out, man. That's my take.
Yeah, it's getting kind of...
I'm really tired of fucking listening to all that.
Yeah.
That's my take.
I read about it in the Bible. I didn't think I'd
Yeah.
have to deal with it.
Thought those guys figured it out back then.
I don't know if you read the ending.
Nah, I never got there.
Yeah. Dude, sequel to the Bible? Crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Haven't checked it out.
The dude?
Oh, yeah?
Uh-oh.
Cut that.
All right.
Demonetized.
Yeah, I'm going to have to be heavy with the marker. The marker, I wish, like, the only thing I'd change about this is, unless I have a laptop, I don't know how to institute the save your ass button.
What's that button?
The markers.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
To go revisit this chunk. Like, okay, so some guests are more problematic than the others.
Yeah, let's name them.
Blake Fortner.
Yeah.
It's got the most views so far. Sitting at like 125.
That's good.
Yep, no. Yeah, he would talk about inclines in a way that made it sound like a prejudicial slur against a certain group of more Pacific people. And
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that was fun.
Nice.
And then the way that I'll bleep him is I'll practice trombone, which I should do more often because it's not, you know, it sounds like farts. It's good.
Yeah.
Anytime comes up, you know, there's a marker.
Nice.
Yeah. any kind of booker.
Yeah, you got to cut all that.
Right. Because the whole point of this thing is like I want everybody to like speak freely. I was thinking about this the other day. It's like why people listen to podcasts, and it's just like the most normal thing ever. It's just a conversation between two people for about an hour, and like the appeal is that doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, most people are like
Too
yearning
busy.
just to be around some people.
No, right. And that's like, I don't know, there's this weird like secondhand like intimacy you get where it's like, I think I know these guys because they're talking into a thing. Like what Blake Lensing told me. He's just like, man, I've never had an opportunity to work with that Kyle guy, but he's really cool. And Kyle could be any one of 5 people.
Yeah, there's too many Kyles.
You know who you are.
You got to start killing some Kyles because
Killing Kyles.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole what's it called? Parasocial relationship.
That's what it is, yeah. Parasocial.
That's a big thing. Well, the fact that podcasts are so big right now, and it's like people aren't doing like, it's not like they need to be hands-free listening to stuff.
Well,
Where are you going?
That's what they're doing. I'm making sure that's recording.
Oh yeah, that'd be a bummer if we lost all this gold.
In 12 minutes. Technical details about how the fucking sausage is made. That's okay. So like, I know a guy who's probably like one of the most interesting people ever, but every time we end up fucking like hanging out, we end up getting in the weeds about technical details about his job, and it just doesn't come off as entertainment to me.
Mm-hmm.
Not that shorthand, I get bored in the middle of the thing. I don't know.
It's always a good sign for a
Well,
podcast.
right. So like, I feel like the better guests are actually like less stable.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like reality TV shit.
Yeah, like I had one show with and it was like it took us an hour to like tell one story. 'Cause
Yeah.
we just kept interrupting each other, and then eventually like
He's like a legit reality TV guy though.
he is though.
Yeah.
No, okay. So maybe that's chops.
Yeah, totally.
Huh. I also got a working theory. Tell me if you think about this. It's like
Yeah, hit me.
the reason that the open mic comedy scene is seemingly 50% plus that like people with that specific thing have an advantage in comedy, because if the idea is to look at things differently, then that's just the world that they live in all the time. They can't not do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the idea of like a healthy, well-adjusted person being like, I'm gonna fucking waste every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night
Right.
saying embarrassing shit in front of people is like, I don't know if that how often that happens, and then for it to actually be good, you know?
Well, no, I just mean like objectively. Like if you're doing a joke about, you know, a sandwich. or
You're saying
that
creative.
tree,
You're saying creative people then, not even.
Or a. Well, no, I mean, because, and I mean comedy, because you know, a lot of comedy, at least the observational stuff, is about placing yourself outside of, like, making normal things look absurd.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's a lot of people that, you know.
Every time you touch that, are you like, I'm probably gonna delete this?
Yeah,
Or...
yeah. I'm gonna bleep it.
So we probably have like
Maybe
3
I'll guess.
minutes of stuff right now, actually.
No. I mean, you gotta watch the show. It's precise.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm a longtime fan of the thumbnails. I'm a big fan of all those you post.
The thumbnails.
Whatever the cover art is.
I just let fucking YouTube generate it.
Oh.
It's got an algorithm that picks whenever people smile, I think.
They're doing you a favor, dude.
I know, dude. No, I mean, and that's like, yeah. This show would not exist without artificial intelligence.
Mhm.
Absolutely not. Like, you know, it's how I do the editing. And like, I'll take that transcript that I generate, I'll feed it to ChatGPT, and I'll be like, what the hell did me and Nick just talk about for an hour?
And it knows.
And then it's always the same.
Just spits out. It says nothing.
I do get worried because it does spit back the same shit, and I'm concerned that I'm having the same conversation over and over and over again.
That's a possibility for sure.
Well, Connie and his friend discuss local comedy, the trappings of and pitfalls behind certain. And
Nice.
I'm like, I know I'm not gonna cure cancer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like I'm not. Like
You
that's. I'd do it on accident, dude. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I'd be like, it'd be like my first day as like a bartender, and I'd be like,
Make a crazy cocktail.
I'd put the Glade with the
Yeah.
With
Like
the
this shit
lime
tastes
and
like
then
chemo, dude.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What is this?
No, it's actually all natural. No, I don't know. You ever heard of fecal transplants?
I have heard of that.
Yeah.
Sounds
Do you
gross.
think there's any way to? Well, I don't know. I feel like there's a way to do that appropriately. You know.
Yeah.
You can get like a medical turkey baster and
Go to the park or something. Go to that gazebo you were talking about.
What if there's a rogue doctor out there collecting dog turds and then like
Totally
he gives
could
it to
be.
you and then like you start like I don't know.
You get really good at frisbee.
You start, yeah. You start doing backflips off of trees and like gnawing on on pig parts.
You can only communicate with those little buttons on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. You start yelling at people and smiling whenever you see them.
Totally.
Yeah. That could be a thing.
Yeah, I'd like that.
I don't know. That'd be a movie.
That's a good
That'd be
business.
a dumb movie.
It's a good side hustle
We
at a
can
minimum.
make that.
Eh,
We got a turkey baster. We got a camera.
we got dog shit.
We got a boom mic.
Yeah.
We got dog shit.
Yeah. I feel like you should. I would love to see you break into independent films, dude.
As an untrained
I'd love to just see
I
what
would
you-
love to do that. Yeah.
I'd love to see just what you spit out. You know what I mean?
What? Okay, so I went. My buddy got into this.
Yeah.
Like he moved to. I think he's living in Brooklyn and like still doing shit like that.
Yeah. Shit like that.
Well, yeah, like one of
Shit like living in Brooklyn, or shit like making independent films.
making independent films and living in Brooklyn and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's Woody Allen and no,
Sure, he'd be hyped.
no, this kid was like the
Hear you
smartest
say
kid
that?
I knew in like high school and
Yeah.
I went.
He's got a hot roster
so-
of exes.
So he had this movie
Yeah.
that he made for this independent thing, and it was a cool thing because it was like crowd participatory. Like everybody
Uh-huh.
got a little clicker, and then you got to choose what decisions the protagonist makes.
Sure.
Either he goes home with her or he stays with her.
Yeah.
Either what have you, and that was rad. And then they played everybody else's movie, and I can't tell you anything about it because I woke up at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, saying, dude, I loved yours. I have no.
Everyone else.
We were pounding Negronis before the fucking thing.
You gotta probably mark that too, right?
No, Negro.
What were you saying?
Yeah, that happened to me at a Justin Timberlake concert one time. It's like I got too loaded, and he's like up on a platform, like floating over everybody, and I'm just passed out in top row. And I look up, like I wake up in the show because I accidentally kicked the lady in front of me in the head, and Justin Timberlake is looking at me and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Because there's just a person asleep in the middle of his fucking awesome, like so much production value, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I can pay for the ticket.
Got it. Totally.
yeah, this was supposed to be a couples trip, and I got to third wheel last
Oh,
second because
okay.
somebody canceled. So I got ham dog, and I know that Justin Timberlake saw me just like.
Did you at least wake up in time to hear "Rock Your Body"?
No, like maybe I don't know.
That's the only. That's the only song we're.
He played
listening.
"Sexy Back." I was stoked about that.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah, "Sexy Back" rules. But no, actually, it was really funny just waking up from a nap and seeing this guy on this platform floating 50 feet above everybody's head, and he's looking right at you like, "What the fuck are you?" Give him a dusty sleigh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What were we talking about right before that? I feel like we were.
Film festivals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Making
Like,
a film.
What is the? Yeah, like what's the criteria? I make a movie that's 15 minutes long about nothing, and then everybody
kind of-
admires like.
There kind of is none. I feel like you can kind of
There's
do
actually
literally
none,
anything.
dude. I don't know, man. It seems like one of those things. Like, okay, so it's okay. What it sounds like is it sounds like something. It's a consistent pattern for my life, which is I will rail on something and rail on it and rail on it, and then eventually start doing it.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like
my sexuality.
dipping your toes in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That's also like your sexuality.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta put a toe in it. Yeah.
No, right.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna stick a toe.
Exactly.
Maybe two. You know?
Yeah, may as well.
Right. You're already there.
They're waxed,
They're
practically.
next to each other, right? Yeah. That's why I can't go to jail,
Why?
because I'm like a starter boy, you know.
Starter Pokemon.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, you know, like if you're dipping the toe in, you know, it's gonna be easier work on me,
Yeah.
you know, because I'm 100% manscaped,
Yeah.
you know. That's my highest ambition with comedy, is to get like the Super Bowl commercial at halftime for Chick, you know. That would be my Amy
That's the
Schumer-
razors, right? Chic.
Yeah,
Would you? Yeah, is that your go-to sponsor? You think, or would you go Manscaped for? Everyone's getting a
Dollar Shave
Manscaped.
Club for sure. That's be whatever the
Yeah.
most. Whoever's paying.
Gotcha.
You know, razor blades. That's not going to
No
go away.
allegiance to you got
No,
no.
absolutely not. Because
Just chase that bag.
I was looking for a knee brace in my garage today because I fucked myself up playing guitar, and it's hard to ignore that I'm getting older.
Yeah, it's a good indicator.
Playing guitar, dude. Yeah, I just ripped so hard, and then I just ripped so hard. But yeah, I found the last shave kit I ever bought.
Wow.
I know.
There's
I was like, "Oh, is that a microphone bag?" Nope. No, it's not. I forgot about it. No, yeah.
an ancient relic.
Right. Yeah. The one that I bought after going away, after trying to use like a beard trimmer on my head.
Oh yeah.
And this fucking thing jammed up halfway through. So you gotta walk around with like a dubstep haircut,
Yeah.
and nobody could tell. I don't know.
Yeah. People, I feel like aren't really
And this was back when it was like
roasting anyone
24/7.
about their haircuts. You know,
Absolutely not. Yeah.
it's not really a place to throw stones.
My favorite thing to do is to hang out by the pregnancy tests
Cool.
and just see who's buying. you
Nice.
know? Every once in a while, you get a couple. You know, and it looks like a Chihuahua with a Great Dane. You know, like Shaquille O'Neal with any woman.
Yeah.
You gotta be, and then you think about
Oh, they're coming together.
logistic. Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
that's crazy.
Oh, I know. Tells the story.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're like, y'all are gonna make it.
Yeah, we got a 6'8" goth
It's the ones that show up
and a
solo
little tiny girl.
that you gotta be worried about.
Yeah, right. Well. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess I only saw couples whenever I was creeping doing
Yeah?
that. Yeah, I never saw like the solo chick. Because that'd be worse, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or not. I
Not
don't
as
know.
fun.
Right.
You're like, you're only half.
Making a day out of it. That's how
Yeah.
you do that. Yeah.
She's only half the issue.
That's how I do Plan B too.
How do you do that?
Apologize for the Plan B. Make
Yeah.
a day out of it. You know. Hey, we can stop by the.
You hit her with like the $30 Venmo request after?
No, I'll hit her with the Applebee's. 2 for $20. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good.
You ever had to use Plan B?
I mean, I've never taken it, but I took it a couple times. I wasn't sure what it was, but
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh my God! What? Halloween?
thought it was good for migraines or something. Yeah, Halloween. I had a Pez dispenser. I didn't have any Pez left, so I was
So
like,
I just started sticking like oxys and
yeah, I was like Bugs
Birth control.
Yeah, I was like Bugs Bunny's got to be spitting out something.
Vicodin and
Just a
and
mix, a mystery,
Viagra. Yeah.
mystery bag.
Nah, just a roulette.
Oh
Am I gonna
yeah,
get a boner? Am I gonna get less depressed? Am I gonna get?
all fucking three.
Am I gonna trip? What's gonna happen?
Yeah, that would be. I don't understand people that do that. I don't know. Is that a thing still? Do people just like roll the dice on pills now? Like, I feel like I used to hear stories about like musicians and comics and stuff. Just like
I think fentanyl kind of screwed that up.
it had to, right? Like if
Well,
you're doing that,
I have dead friends.
totally, yeah.
Yeah, it totally like. I don't want to say scared me straight, but I mean like.
Yeah, you're gay as hell.
basically, yeah. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. But,
Good. I mean, that shit's probably dangerous.
Well, it's also awesome.
You're also cool
Do
as
it
hell.
right, yeah. You can't, yeah.
It still is cool if you do it. I'm still
Right.
like, damn, you're
Yeah.
doing this?
Yeah, dude. Kurt Cobain, he was cool.
Totally.
He did a couple not cool things.
Yeah.
Hunter Thompson, same deal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, huh? He had a retirement plan.
Did he?
No, he
Oh.
shot himself.
Damn.
Yep. Bummer. Of course,
man.
I don't know. If you're living like that by the time you get to your mid-50s, and it's like, you know,
I don't know much about that
where are
guy.
you gonna go? Hunter Thompson?
Hunter S. Thompson?
Yeah.
Did he do Fear and Loathing in Las
Yeah, he
Vegas?
did.
I like that movie.
Right. That's just how he did shit.
He's pretty good at it, I guess.
Yeah. Seems pretty stressful. I don't know.
Making movies or doing shit like that?
Do shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just like
A lot of bad shit is stress inducing.
what?
Just doing shady bullshit.
Yeah, it's true.
Lying's like the clearest example.
I don't think lying's that stressful.
I get stressed out.
I think it's fun.
I think it's pretty awesome.
Oh, dude,
Pretty
it's
sick.
great. Like when you tell your girlfriend that your friend is 50 years old,
Yeah.
and then eventually it gets back to him.
Oh, nice.
I'm not 50. And then you're across. What? Yeah, that's the best, dude.
Yeah.
When you like light a little fuse underneath somebody.
Yeah, you're like, this is gonna
feed
blow
them-
up eventually.
You feed them some false information that's
Yeah.
gonna come up later and embarrass them, and then they're gonna get mad at you.
You're trying to
in,
like
2 days.
destabilize the government.
Yeah.
Destabilize the relationship.
Yeah.
Just feeding faulty intel.
I get bored. Yeah, right. You feed them false information.
Yeah.
It's such and such birthday. That's what their name is.
Totally.
You know. Yeah.
That's a good bit.
Yeah. Well, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I'm a comedian, Nick.
Oh, I know.
You know. Yeah. Which means part-time domestic.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because if you're just, you gotta have fun for you. It's not just for other people.
Yeah, I'd argue it's mostly just for yourself. For a long time. Damn, dude. Got that lung capacity on you.
Yes. I would say so too.
Those different vapes.
Yes.
You ever thought about taping them together?
Yep. A little speedball.
Yeah, a little double barrel.
Well, yeah. They make those.
Oh, really?
Yep. I'm selling. Yep.
Pretty sweet. Does it come with a Monster energy drink? Some of those gauges to put in your ears?
Comes with Narcan. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
And a Plan B.
So,
Uh-huh.
you get a stick and poke?
Yep. Yep.
That's dope.
Yep. Coupon for a tattoo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plan B.
Yeah. So it'd be... I want NASCAR tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Wonder
Sponsors.
Bread or something on the side of your head.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be
That'd
pretty
incredible.
cool.
Yeah.
You could roll the dice just in case you ever get your hair back, You'd be like, I can get fucking head tattoos now, and maybe I'll get sponsored, but if I do get sponsored and it grows back,
Or...
I don't have to deal with the repercussions.
Another angle is like, I just put like corporate sponsor here and then wait for the cease and desist.
Totally.
Yeah. And then charge on the back end for that. Or I don't know.
If I saw a product on your head, I'd probably buy it.
Yeah? What would you buy? Chic?
Yeah,
Gillette?
probably.
Dollar Shave Club?
Yeah, probably.
Man Box?
Yeah, I mean, I've been shaving my whole body with my Manscaped, to be fair. So, yeah,
Yeah.
face and all.
The whole thing?
Throw it in the nose. I don't give a fuck.
I haven't had to... I don't miss trimming my my taint,
I let that. That's the freaking rainforest down
You
there.
just let it go.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about that area.
Otherwise, you're gonna nick it, and then you got like a Velcro period.
Yeah.
That's not good. That was the worst, dude. Your balls are sticking to your...
That is bad.
Yeah. It's like a cactus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm far less concerned with my
just let it
taint
go?
area. Yeah, I don't care, dude. Let it
For a
grow.
while, dude, it was just falling out for like no reason. I swear to God, it's like every time I wiped it was like a waxing session.
Was that like as your stuff was
Yeah.
on setting?
Yeah.
It probably feels kind of nice though, at least in certain areas.
Oh no, that's great now.
Yeah.
I prefer it. The only thing I don't like about it is the fact that I can smell fucking everything. Like I can smell everything.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that the other night because like your nose hairs and like your ear hairs, they're used in the process, right? So,
Oh yeah, no, they have a function.
So did your hearing and stuff get worse or did it get better?
I don't know.
Because I thought your nose hairs were like the sensory part, So I would have thought
I
that
think your nose hairs are a sensory part. I think it's like a fucking filter.
Okay.
I think it's really just like it's more of a protective barrier against the outside world than anything else.
Gotcha. So
I'm
you're just
worried if,
no
like-
filter.
Yeah. Right. Which just means like I could smell somebody's halitosis before it comes on.
Nice.
No, dude, sucks. Because then like I got certain friends I can't talk to.
Yeah.
Because, dude, no, like this one guy, I went to his place.
Uh-huh.
And like I couldn't talk to him because of the smell that was coming out of the house.
Damn.
I couldn't, and I liked the guy. I
Yeah.
just couldn't do it. Like I'd try, and I just start gagging,
Yeah.
and I start gagging because I was gagging. And once your fucking diaphragm punches your fucking stomach enough times, like
Brutal.
something's gonna happen. Like Especially if you're drinking beer all day. Shit,
Oh, that's coming up.
No, dude. Bad news. And now you gotta explain to your buddy why you're puking. It's not fun.
It is no fun, dude.
Yeah. That sucks. Dust. Don't like that.
Dust.
Yeah, dust blows.
Yeah.
Just gets right in there. In my eyes. That's the worst.
Yeah, you got eyelashes?
Nope.
You get
Nothing.
probably, yeah, you need some of those like motorcycle goggles just
Yeah.
for like day to day.
Yeah. Yeah, some swimming goggles.
Yeah.
I was thinking if I got back into construction, I would do that.
Yeah.
Some swimming goggles.
I think they're sweet. I saw some on Facebook Market. They're motorcycle tinted ones, and I was like, I might just buy these. They're like $20. I was like, I should just buy these just for, you know, my sunglasses will never fall off my head.
Right.
I jumped in the lake for the first time in like maybe ever that I've actually just like lost. Every time I see someone like jump in and lose their sunglasses, I'm like, you fucking moron.
Yeah, and then it happened to you.
And it happened to me, and I was
Yep.
like, this isn't funny now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
I'm the
squinting
moron
all
now.
day.
I'm like, oh gosh, yeah.
Didn't think to bring a backup pair because I had faith in myself.
Uh-huh.
But if I had that, you know, strap on me.
Well, yeah, the back of your eye doesn't have nerves, you know. Like, if you burn your retina, that's why, like, I had one episode where this guy was really concerned about how people would use lasers. Like, if you burn your retina, it's going to basically burn out at a certain point. You're going to be blind, and you can't feel when you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta protect the eyes, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta protect your peepers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I watched Shorzy.
Shorzy?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like a spin-off of Letterkenny.
Mm.
It's a show about some Canadians. And,
That's a dating on the spectrum?
no.
Oh,
Ish.
got him.
Sorta.
Mm.
Nailed it. But,
Nailed
no, it's just a show about hockey.
Cool.
Yeah, and I want to coach youth sports.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. It's about this guy, Zabraf, he just talks shit on little kids. And like,
Yeah, there's people I've seen on like TikTok or something. You know, the refs that are like mic'd.
yep,
They're saying funny shit.
yep.
That could be a career path.
Just glide around, blow a whistle.
Just getting fights with parents.
Oh, no.
Like, you're out of here.
I used to do that. I used to do that as a kid. Like when I was playing youth hockey.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you were like too enthusiastic, I say it on stage. But if you were like cheering too loud for your kid, I'd trip him when the ref wasn't looking, and then I'd point at you, and then you'd get furious. Yeah, and then like one time I got a guy thrown out.
Nice.
Yeah, that was fun. Well, I don't know. You know, I understand that you want to support your kid, but like, even me at like what? 13, 14, 15, like knows how to press another grown man's buttons
Yeah,
enough so that he gets ejected out of a freaking public building. Like, that's too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really are a psychology master, dude.
Whoa. I
Your
don't
ability
know.
to destabilize and wreak havoc is
It's,
it's unparalleled.
yes, well.
I'm sensing a theme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess, yeah, that is something.
You are the Joker, maybe.
Maybe. Bummer.
No, it's
Think
cool.
I'm gonna get on the Tonight Show?
You on the what?
You think I'm gonna make the Tonight Show?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Jimmy Fallon. I don't know. Is he working with Questlove still?
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I haven't checked in on that guy
I
in
feel
a
like
long
the
time.
Roots have the best gig of any band ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, awesome crowd, same place, 5 songs. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty chill.
that's, yeah.
But they're making like a sweet bag too.
Well, I don't know.
On that
Maybe.
cable TV.
Yeah.
Is that show and syndication? Is that how that works?
Well,
I don't really know what
I don't
syndication.
think they replay it. They're
Yeah, true.
not selling it
nightly.
to like Croatia or nothing.
They'll probably get in a few years.
Hmm.
Look at like our 10-year-old Jimmy Fallons. That's hell. That's purgatory for sure.
Yeah, that would suck.
You're forced to watch reruns of.
Well, I don't know. There's some old stuff that I enjoy.
I'm saying Fallon specifically.
Oh, right. That'd be tough.
It'd be really tough.
That'd be purgatory.
Be taxing.
Or once in a while, Zach Galifianakis would come on. You'd be like,
Finally.
and then it'd go right back. Hell yeah.
How's this going? Is this a hot ep so far?
Oh yeah, yeah. We got ambiance. We got shit like that.
Yeah.
There's many key factors. I don't know. Yeah, the silence in the show is the thing that I absolutely can't reconcile because it's like, I don't know. You'd be literally like tuning in to listen to two dudes run out of shit to say.
Yeah, they say dead air, right?
Yeah,
It's kind of like
right.
the killer.
I could cut it out, but
Sometimes it's nice. I feel like a little gap. It's like,
Well, you can tell that we're outside, you know.
wait, sometimes you gotta take a pause whenever there's, you know, a train going by or something.
Well, you know, something hasn't happened yet, but
Yeah, but if it happens, we're ready. We
I
got
was saying,
tons of
like,
pauses in the bag.
I'm really surprised that I haven't dealt with like a cop car coming by. Like, you ever hear that on like somebody else's show, and then you gotta like look around?
Yeah, ambulance or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would suck.
that would suck.
I could do it as a joke, you know, wreak havoc.
Just keep editing in a cop car.
Yeah, that'd be.
Yo, Conrad, we found the bodies. Come out here. Like, fuck.
And then that'd be the intro to this, to the.
That'd be a great
To the
hook.
show.
Yeah, clip that. Throw that clip on.
Yeah. Get
Yeah.
a bullhorn.
That'd be sweet.
I thought about bringing a bullhorn to Eureka Springs.
Yeah.
That way, when I'm like driving to my gig, I can just yell out the top of the car.
Yeah.
Conrad
drive with your
Lensmeyer,
knees.
comedian, musician, playing at Chelsea's Corner Cafe from 2 to 5.
That'd be cool.
Please, anybody.
Yeah, it's doing like airport announcements.
I'm begging. Yeah.
It's barely.
Heckle people as they cross the street.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick
I think that's the
walker.
move.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't know. I feel you should have a permit to have a bullhorn like that. You don't think
I
so?
don't know, man. This is land of the free, dude.
That is
You
true.
set up and play an outdoor gig, it's practically a bullhorn. It's a bullhorn you gotta plug in, but... Oh, dude, did I tell you?
Huh?
When Roe v. Wade got overturned,
Yeah.
I was playing an outdoor gig right next to a park,
Yeah.
and I got to do the battle of PA versus bullhorn.
Wow.
Yeah.
They doing like a protest thing out there?
Oh, they were pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very upset.
You should have just been started pandering and then brought everyone together.
I got upset because they were
of
ruining my
music.
show. Well, all I did, yeah, it's effectively what I did. I just turned I turned my system up and then pointed one of the speakers at them,
Yeah.
and a little bit more effective than a bullhorn.
It is kind
for
of
the
fitting.
protesters out there.
It's kind of fitting because this whole, you know, your music and your show is like your dream, your baby,
Yep.
and they're fucking killing it right in front of you.
Right, yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing this nice, sweet outdoor thing, and then there's this cloud of bullshit.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, dude.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm Forrest Gump in reverse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're just becoming
I'm
more
trying
disabled.
to do stuff cool. I'm trying to do like something, and then it ends up getting overshadowed by some historical event happening in the background or the foreground. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump in
It's like,
reverse.
I'm just trying to play a show down the street in Dallas from where JFK got ripped.
And who got
Like,
shot?
Nobody remembers. Yeah.
Yeah. That would suck if you were there just for the parade.
Huge bummer.
Huge bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it was early into it. I don't know what the timeline is, but like the traffic to a parade is ass.
Yep.
You finally get there. You got your kids.
Well,
You got the
parade
stroller.
is just essentially traffic.
Yeah.
It's just fancy traffic.
Traffic with an audience.
Right. Everybody's watching the
balloons.
traffic. Yeah. Never thought of that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to try that out tonight, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not a joke. It's just a premise.
That's really all people are bringing anyway.
I gotta figure. Well, yeah, and I noticed that, you know, and that's why you need to learn how to finish. People, I don't know. Yeah. So, like, what? The premise is the parade is just traffic, except that you can't yell at the disabled people. Well,
There you go.
when they're in front of you, is that
Sure.
we're writing?
We're
We're writing. No,
You gotta
it's
hold
like,
on to that one.
It's like traffic. You can't. I'll revisit that. I do have a new one for tonight.
Nice.
Yeah. Nothing makes me feel more insecure about my intelligence than people who speak English as a second language. You know? Kind of makes me feel like they're smarter than me.
Totally.
You know? Like, there was this thing on Facebook. My buddy posted, it's like, I made a homeless guy cry today with nothing but a $20 bill. And I get on there and said, I made a homeless guy cry today with nothing but my fist. And then another comment, are you insinuating that you assaulted a homeless man? And then I said, it's not funny when you explain it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Okay. That's not the good I'm looking for.
It kept going.
Maybe you're sick.
I think, yeah.
It's not funny when you explain it. It's supposed to be.
I hate when, I don't know, testing jokes with people. It's
oh,
like,
yeah, dude. It sucks, dude.
Because
you know
it's
what
like,
I would do? You ever get on Discord? You got some, like, nerd friends?
I've got on a couple times. I used to have some nerd pals.
I got some nerd pals back home in Minnesota. Shout out to my boy Randy.
Woohoo.
And yeah, I'll get on Discord while they're like trying to play some like World of Warcraft or like some kind of like team-oriented strategy game.
Yeah.
And I'll just run my jokes. They're not paying attention. They're actively trying to do something else. And if I could tell that I'm fucking their game up because of, you know, them paying attention to me.
That's the move.
Like they don't laugh. They get mad at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, God damn it, dude, get the hell out of here. Yeah. I'm like, all right, I'm ready.
I'll write that one down. I'm taking that one to
right.
Nomads.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. All you can ask for is a good audience, people that'll listen. It's kind of the best shit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't know.
It's tough too, because it's like, you know, you try to pitch a joke to someone, and it's like there's a very small percentage of people that like you can pitch a joke to and actually feel like, oh yeah, we're like working on it and I got something out of that. Half the time it's just like, oh yeah, I don't know about that, and you're like, all right, well, fuck you, dude. You try it out.
Thanks.
It's the proof is you gotta test it. You gotta fucking see it in person.
I appreciate that. You know, like the honest feedback.
Yeah.
You know, I've also had
that's like what do people know? You know, it's like the audience knows more than any of us.
That's one thing that's consistent, at least in my entertainment career, is that, you know, there's a whole lot of people not doing very much, like to tell you how to do stuff. Like, yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. There's a handful of musicians that don't play in bands, and they tell me that, you know, in order to succeed in music, you need to, you know, be part of an established scene, you know?
Tell them to suck it?
It's like, look, dude, my dad's not a banker, and he didn't move me to fucking Nashville as a teenager. I'm not a hot chick. This isn't, like, I know how Taylor Swift got to where she is, but, like, this is not that, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Right. Like, anybody that wants to be an entertainer has to get into video editing.
Yeah?
Unfortunately. Yeah. No, because, I mean, that's how you get it. Like, you go viral. You get shared. It's just 15, 20 second, 2.5 minute songs, like, that get
spread around.
Like that. Okay, so textbook example. Whenever I went to Austin, Texas, probably last September, that Oliver Anthony shit had just come out, and you know, he was playing at the Mothership. You know, when I can't get into the fucking building.
Yeah.
I didn't buy a ticket or nothing, but, you know, I'm outside and he's in there, you know, and all, you know, his path directly in there was not get a job at the door.
Totally, yeah.
You know, it was do a thing in the woods that means a lot to me. Consult with some people about how to see if it can get some traction on it, and now it's like 200 G's for him to play a birthday party. Like,
it's pretty sweet.
Right. That's how you do it. Am I wrong?
No, I think the move is definitely like putting out. That's kind of what I feel like too, coming back from Austin. I also feel like at some point we should talk about the Kill Tony stuff. And then I was thinking you could put a frame of that on the thumbnail just to like get engagement. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
I'd love to like get a fucking
Kill Tony guest.
Yeah, exactly.
Of the year.
Secret info from secret shows or something enticing. But what I noticed from coming back from Austin was like,
a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, you can chop out that.
I will totally dick ride your shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's really more about the scene at this point. Like, I got selfishly like what I wanted out of it, which was just to do good. And then now I'm like, if that can bring any notoriety to the scene, or bring some people come up here and book stuff, or like, that's really all you can get now.
Well, it is like, and that's what you're talking about. You're talking about how to like get people to work together.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, totally. That's the main thing.
It's, it's.
But what I was saying is, what I've noticed coming back from Austin is, it's like really just doing stand-up in general right now is like, you got dudes that blow up on TikTok that are doing like not even stand-up, right? But then they get millions of viewers on that.
And they go do stand-up.
Well, they'll go to like a theater. A theater will be like, yeah, we'll book you for the weekend because you can pack out a theater, and they don't care what you're doing. So like, I mean, like, I think you need to be doing stand-up with the same intensity always, but like, as far as what you're putting out, like, I feel like I need to start really all of us, right? But like, putting shit out and being like, even if it's like jokes that I'm still kind of working on, I'm like, put it out if it works in the room, and then like, I don't have to like retire it. You can keep working on it, but just like having like an IV drip of stuff.
Yeah.
And part of me of me hates the idea.
I see a lot of other comedians that are getting, like, I see a lot of people that are having, that have been doing this as long as I have.
Yeah.
Who are really consistent with stuff like that. Like, they're recording and posting and recording and posting and recording and posting and writing and recording and posting and writing. And, they're to a level where, there's this weird spot, though. It's like, if you've got, like, 100,000 followers, it's like, I don't know if that's going to translate to 10 sales here.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not all markets, right?
And like, all the videos have tens and thousands of plays, and like, okay, so my experiment with all that shit started off pretty interesting. So I said it on the other podcast. I put out this thing with a bunch of buzzwords because the local guys wouldn't book me anyway, so now I'm free to like doing quasi like hate speech stuff and like making it fun, and
yeah, that's the best.
And I got it to work a couple times, and it got 88,000 plays. Yeah. In a day, and I was watching the likes and looking at like a bunch of made up bots that are liking it, because the algorithm that they use for like censorship is really, really good at detecting what people say, and really, really good at detecting other copywritten, like waveforms. Like, it's all math. And a week after that video got, almost like,
chug.
It had 40K the week after that.
Yeah.
Because all those like faulty views got, and it, fourth reel ever, almost 100,000 plays, being used in some kind of like, cyber war, like psyop, and from some anti-American interest. And then I realized like it would be so easy to like blow up on the internet, knowing how to trigger this army of, anti-American.
Yeah, I mean that's like a lot of like influence, or like a lot of people with followings are like.
It's not just that the controversial stuff gets more regular traction; it's that it's getting juiced by artificial traction.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Like somebody's like squirting, lighter fluid on it. Basically.
Totally. Yeah, tame like rational shit doesn't get spread in the algorithm. Like,
no.
But I feel like the product you want to have is like, you don't want that to be your product ultimately. Like
what?
Just like sensational bullshit. Like
I mean, I don't know. Like
if that's the route you want to go, but it's like
Well, there's a few different heads you could have on that. Like is a comedian supposed to find the line? Step over it. Yeah, you've seen the guys that jump over it.
I mean, if it's a good joke, sure. But if like all you're doing is just saying buzzwords, and like there's no joke.
There's different kinds of laughs, Like one of my favorite is when like the person sounds injured.
What do you mean?
Like, what did he just say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple of those.
Yeah.
And that's right when you find the line too.
Because
people don't want to laugh. They don't want to laugh, and they do. And then it comes out like that.
Yeah, guttural.
Right.
Primal laugh.
Yeah. And so much of that type of stuff is, is rhythmic. You can say wild stuff. It just needs to be funny.
Totally.
And you need to say it in a way to indicate to everybody that it's a joke. It's got to be silly.
Yeah, there's got to be like a punchline.
Right.
Ultimately, you got to have like
right. And the
some funny
punchline thing
shit.
is really just the rhythm. Right. So you need to have the smartest part of the joke right at the end. Like there's different phrases. You've heard the turn.
Yeah.
Examples like, I know I drive an old lady car because I got out of the AutoZone the other day, opened up the door to a white Buick Sabre, and there was an old lady there, parked right next to my fucking white Buick Sabre, and I was so embarrassed. I said, I'm sorry, I didn't know what to do, so I just mugged her. That's the turn.
So that's an example of a good joke right there?
That's
a good turn?
turn.
Oh, gotcha.
It's just a turn. I don't need you to sit stone faced and... Okay.
No.
Margaret,
Yeah, mark that
let's
one.
take that part out, yeah.
And mark.
Embarrassment. Yeah.
No, I'm just playing with you. Just playing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I want to start cranking out some stuff. Not, but like, cranking it out, but like having it be ideally good, too, And not just throwing bullshit, but like,
I think,
there's like a line between like bullshit and like experimenting, but not spending so much time experimenting that you're not making anything. That's how I see it.
I think
like,
you just push a bunch of shit out and as much as you possibly can. Because, in my experience with the podcast, like, the thing I'm stoked about that I figured out just last week is how to do the intro.
Yeah.
Because I got, like, my own song
Cool.
about, me, and I got, like, a cutout of me, like, making a silly face, and I fucking my buddy helped me write a Photoshop script so I could move the background on videos and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. And, show format would go like, take a highlight from the show, like one of the funny parts, maybe of the 3 of them that we've had so far.
Yeah.
And put it at the show,
nice.
at the front, and then cut to the beginning of the thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That seems like the best move.
Yep.
What are you clipping how many clips are you cranking out from something like this?
The one.
The one, yeah.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Because part of me feels like I don't need to spend... Part of me feels like I don't want to spend too much time listening to a conversation that I just had. Because otherwise I'm going to have to confront...
You sound like a really good podcast editor.
Well, I don't know. You want me to tell you I spent 3.5 hours listening to the same conversation that I just had with a jackoff, and it's
you kind of have to. That's the cautionary tale about doing a podcast.
No,
I feel
dude,
like
what I do is I generate information, I feed it into AI, I ask it what I'm doing, and then gauge from there.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of it is just rhythm.
Yeah.
Like, is there a possibility that the first 100 episodes suck?
Yeah, it could be.
Well, I am using the cheapest shit available and doing it in public and in a state where there are no vehicle inspections, so shit like that can happen.
Just rattling down the road.
Right. Yeah.
I feel that.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking about like if you did a podcast and just had clips, like you had no long form. You record the podcast, just clip out the gold, and then you don't have to worry about like there being some random miscellaneous shit in a podcast that either like gets you in trouble or like is just like you don't want out. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like,
and it's like most people are consuming shit via clips and TikTok.
Thing is, like,
and
the experience of doing
reels.
my experience of doing that is like, it starts off like crazier, and then it turns into like, okay, yeah, no, people can watch this, so you kind of police yourself in that, like, I don't want to work hard editing, therefore, I will not say certain words.
Yeah.
I can dance around them,
Totally.
Right. Like, that's the skill. I mean, the philosophy about, I don't know. Have you ever read Freakonomics?
Nope.
So, they did this experiment with this pottery class. And they split the class into 2 groups. One group is assigned to make the best pot that they possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
One. The other one is tasked with making as many pots as they possibly can, you know, within the same period of time as the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the people who were making more pots turned out a lot shittier pots, but they also turned out better pots overall than the group that was assigned to do one. So
That they eventually got to the good pot in their pursuit of making a bunch.
and that, like, the act of doing as many as you possibly can built enough experience to produce superior work to the people who were just focused on perfection.
Well, that's what I'm saying about the clips, dude. Is like I feel like we should be posting clips, like writing and posting enough clips to where like you're having to write like 10 jokes a week.
Well, dude, that's how I perform. Cause,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I don't know, dude. You go host it like the local Looney Bin or whatever, and like do 15-minute sets. Like, if you do the same, like, one thing is like I like to drink, so like if I've got 2 shows in a night, I don't know.
I am hammered.
No, I don't. No, it's not that. It's that I don't want to get caught in a zone where it's like I'm wondering if I've said something already. So I'll just have 2 different 15 minutes, like an early one and a late one, and then count on people being drunker in the late one, and they usually are. You know.
It's a good method. I feel like.
Well, I don't know. Forces me to write more.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll tell you, like, if you do the same set for all 5 of those shows, and it's 15-minute shows, like, I don't know about you, but I'm sick of myself.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the goal is to like
if you beat the crap out of your own material enough, you will get tired of it. And
Yeah.
that's what I try to keep up a performance schedule that makes it so that, like, so for example, you know, performing comedy for musicians, you know, at an open mic specifically, it's usually all the same people. You cannot do the same stuff that you did. So it's like, if you go in there and like make a big spot, and that, like, same deal with some of these open mics, because, you know, like, it's regulars, you know, and if the regulars are cool enough to hang out for your thing, then those are fans. And it's the same as if you're on the road doing hours. If you come back after a year and it's the same hour, you're gonna feel, I don't know, if I'm a comedy fan, I'm gonna feel a little bit ripped off there, you know.
Yeah, you definitely need to be like, no, I don't think anyone's at the level where it's like, oh, you got it. Like, you figured it out. You got the hour. You can just tour this now. It's like, I feel like you need to be improving it. It's the whole, like,
Well, one of the things
part about comedy that's sweet is the whole, like, revisionary.
Well, so last weekend, you know, and the thing about, like, doing comedy at, like, music events is, like, you don't have any credibility. People don't know you, right? And I've been trying to figure out how to sandwich the music and the comedy thing together.
Uh-huh.
And this weekend, I kind of had a little bit of a breakthrough. Is that I was playing well enough and singing well enough. The owners were there. I took no breaks. They just kept feeding me beers. I kept sweating them out. It was hot, right? And played like every fucking song I knew in, like, you know, 2.5 hours. And the audience hung around for all of it. So after 2 hours of watching this guy in the corner, by the time, you know, I built up some credibility for myself,
Uh-huh.
so that I can start talking way too much and, like, get everybody in that audience head that you see at the comedy shows.
Yeah.
But I can't do that 15 minutes into the show because, yeah, you just played Wonderwall real good, you know. But, I mean, after a certain point, you know, the audience is invested into the show, and that's when you can take them, you know, for that ride, you know. And I don't know, that was really cool because I've been trying to figure out how to do that almost the whole time. Because, like, the problem that I had, I've been playing music way longer than I've been doing comedy, you know, but I really want to get good at comedy. And the problem that I've always had is that, you know, I can sing a song that you like and you're going to appreciate that more than anything I'm going to say. I cannot follow myself, you know?
Yeah.
I have to figure out, like, how to do that, you know? And, you know, I want to be in a spot where I can open up for bands and do, like, unconventional, non-comedy club-esque type of stuff. Because between you and me, dude, they're not booking me And like, at least from a short-term financial perspective, like, would you rather have the five sets at the comedy club over the weekend for like $200, or a 3.5 hour one-nighter where you play a bunch of stuff and then do your material?
Yeah.
Where you make the same amount of money,
Totally.
Because that's where I'm at, and that's why, like, I honestly don't feel any reason to have any kind of rivalry towards any other comedian in town. Because, like, I mean, if I'm doing a gig with other people, it's not about it's not about money, like, at all. It's about, I want to hang out with these guys.
Yeah.
Because if it was about, like, fucking getting health insurance, I mean, I can go do that myself. And I do, because, I really love performing. Like,
you're an artiste.
Well, it used to be a thing that's like, it was like one of these what if deals, and then you practice and you practice and you practice, and now I'm doing it. And, like, not even that, it's just I can't imagine not doing it,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, you're bought in. This is like the path you've chosen.
Yeah, and there's things for everything that you say yes to, you're giving up something else. But despite the fact that I don't have the trappings of a more successful life, I feel like I can walk onto any stage and, at least for 5 minutes, convince you to respect me. You know? And that's something that a lot of people
would be envious of.
Yeah. So, at least in that regard, I made that decision. But now's like the hard part, because it's like, when you're young, like, talking like, I don't know, 20 or whatever, like, your whole life's in front of you and it's nothing but possibilities. But, like, once you get to a certain point, you're defined by what you've done so far.
Totally.
And I don't know if I'm there yet, but, like, I am getting a reputation.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah, that's cool.
I mean, I think the pursuit of something is always better too than, like, the fact you're pursuing a thing is cooler than, like, someone who's more, like, conventionally successful, but, like,
well, that's why it's like
pursues nothing. Like,
a question that you ask one of the performers is like, "Hey, why are you doing this? Is it because you're trying to get paid? Because it's stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Is it because you're trying to get a girlfriend? Because
good luck. Good fucking luck.
Right? Is it because you're trying to get famous? Because that'll drive you crazy too. Like,
you gotta, like, ultimately like what you're doing.
You need to do it because you like doing it.
Need to, practically. Yeah.
Or and that's usually what it is. It's almost like addiction. It's a bunch of fucking degenerates.
Yeah.
Who are trying to get a fix.
Totally.
Yeah. But do so in a way that makes everybody else's day.
Yeah, or it's just just like living off that, like, 0.1% improvement every time.
Right.
Is, like, I think that's the coolest shit.
Well, dude, and it puts you in league with, like, it puts you in touch with a bunch of, like, interesting people for no other reason except that you like this thing.
Yeah.
Like, now, I know a guy. I don't know if he's homeless now, but I met him.
Sounds like a comic.
Call him the hardest working homeless man in show business. This guy would go dumpster dive, make props, shots of trash. He's got a job. He just lives in a truck. I don't know. I don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing, I'm sure.
Well, he's getting better every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you get to watch people like that, like everybody, like, yearn to succeed.
Yeah, that's the shit you need to be.
American as fuck.
You have to be around that.
Right.
If you're not around that, I feel like life gets sad quick.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, ultimately, if you could pick, between being surrounded by people who are good at what they do and enjoy doing it, or people who don't.
Totally, it's an easy choice.
And it is a choice.
Yeah.
It's like being broke. Or in some cases.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, like, I'm about to pay for a leg. I'll tell you what, dude, buying a leg is harder than buying a car.
Costs an arm and a leg.
Yeah, costs a leg. But it's really, really funny, like, trying to shop for stuff like that, because I remember a point in time when I didn't have insurance and I'd have to get, like, a blood test because some STD thing.
Yeah.
And then, like, nobody has any answers for you. And that's frustrating.
Yeah.
Because that's why I came here. They're like, hey, I need a blood test for STDs. I'm like, which ones? I'm like, all of them.
Yeah.
And then, do you have insurance? Always the first question. No. Oh, cool.
Why do you ask?
Jeez. And then it's like, well, do you know how much it's going to cost? Like, and they're like anywhere between $500 and $500. And then you sit in a lobby, listen to some music play, you know, get greeted in, they draw your blood, and then some dude who looks like you know, checks out a rash on your root.
Yeah.
Says, that's not herpes, you know, sends you on your way out. And then you find out at the very, very end how much it costs.
Totally.
It would be the worst restaurant
Yeah.
ever. It'd be like, what are you here for? And it'd be like, this hurts. And they'd be like, all right, let me sit you down, sir. What's on the menu? Oh, I don't know. You know, and then you sit for 20 minutes. They give you cold mac and cheese. And then they charge you $200.
Yeah, and laugh at your dick.
And then
you have to
laugh
leave.
at your cock. And then, yeah.
Yeah, the healthcare system's jacked up.
No, it is sucked. Yeah, right. But tell you what, you can tell where the capitalism kicks in, because it's like the process of buying health insurance was really fun and easy because everybody wants to sell it. It's like you ask the insurance guy, "Hey, how much for a leg?" He's like, $3,000. You know, knows approximately exactly how much a leg costs.
Yeah, they got it down
based
to
on what
science.
plan you have, right? And then you gotta go, and then by the time you gotta go buy the leg, you gotta go do the same stupid dance. How much is this gonna cost? I don't know. Here, give me this piece of paperwork. All right, I'm gonna call this guy. And then
A lot of
he's gonna call
calls,
this
a lot
guy.
of
and then-
bullshit.
Whoa, dude. I don't know. Like, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's some good upbeat podcast talk.
yeah. Don't get sick, kids. Jesus Christ. Oh, I know, but I mean, you know, textbook examples like walking into urgent care without health insurance.
Totally.
Yeah, it's like they insult you from. It's like, I have money.
Like, wait here for 6 hours.
Is it less than
Nope.
this much? And they're like,
Yeah, your options are like
probably.
There's not really like an in between like that and just going to like CVS and being like, is my solution on the fucking shelf?
Right, you know, and as a capitalist myself,
rarely is.
You know, I'm looking at the plastic that my blood goes into, the needle, unit costs, you know, labor, electricity, you know, all that, and it doesn't, you know,
Doesn't add up.
yeah, unless there's somebody here who's getting paid $500 an hour, and you guys, I don't know, yeah, hopefully AI can
Alleviate a little bit of that.
ruin a bunch of people's jobs, and then we can.
Yeah, people should be able to
I don't know.
get
If
healed.
it goes
though.
too far, dude, I don't know. It'd be like, imagine, I got a joke, and it's kind of half a joke, but it's like, I feel like if you have the McDonald's app on your phone, then your health insurance should go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're actively fucking up your health, or what?
Well, I mean, it's implied, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's like there's multiple documentaries about. I mean, the guy who made him died of cancer. Like, what?
Yeah.
What do you? Yeah. Not that was what did him in. I don't know.
Sure didn't help.
Probably not great.
No.
You know. Well, I mean, if you're an insurance company, I mean, that seems like an obvious one, right? Slam dunk.
Yeah, I remember watching that documentary as for my health class, like
Oh,
6th
yeah?
grade, and I just remember being like, "Fuck, I really would love some chicken nuggets right now." Because when it first starts out, you're like, "Damn, this dude gets to eat McDonald's every day."
Did you hear that Subway accidentally hired another spokesman?
Wow.
Yeah, Dr. Disrespect. Yeah, got fired from his Subway thing.
Was he confirmed?
Well, I don't know about confirmed, but evidently, they fired him, and I got to see I mean, I don't
Or was he doing anything like
I don't look into
weird
it.
or shady?
I don't know exactly. It's just
Okay.
not an This
Do you have
is
a disclaimer in
misinformation.
the front
Yeah,
of
no,
the podcast? Yeah.
No, that's what happened.
Damn.
Yeah. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he looks like a freaking Sonic the Hedgehog villain. So
he does, right. I'd say anybody that puts that much I feel like
too much red.
Well, there needs to be an age where you give up.
Yeah.
And people usually don't do it in time, you know? And the amount of effort that went into just his haircut, like, before he...
Should have been enough to tell you to give up.
Like, I know that I'm an extreme case, but, like, just
hate a haircut?
Like, I live with a woman now, so I have to, like,
rub it in all of our faces, bro.
I need 20-minute buffer zones, for certain activities.
Totally.
Like leaving the house or getting out of
Whacking
bed.
off,
or,
yeah.
Yeah, well, that you got to plan meticulously. That's a tough one.
Totally.
Yep.
Can't have any rings on?
I like to do it in secret because I want to be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. I don't know what we're at on time. I'd say we're doing pretty good.
Time are we at?
Hour 15.
Damn. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Anything else you want to say?
I mean, I came here with the intention of just talking about Kill Tony to give you some clickbait shit to talk about,
Let's go talk about Kill Tony.
I just fire a bunch of questions so we can just fucking...
So, like, how many people were at that bar next door to the Kill Tony thing?
I think the week before there was like 240 people.
I stood in line for that one time.
I've stood, like, literally I went...
How many times did you go before you got in?
I mean, I went 3 times before in June. I went every Monday while I was in June.
Yeah.
And I got on like the 4th, I guess.
The fourth one.
4th time,
so let's discuss the odds of that happening.
Yeah, no, it's slim. But I mean, I was going.
It's not slim. Like, when I was there was like 200 some odd people.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Ben Williams right before he gets called up on stage. And like right before he gets called up on stage. And I was like, dude, the odds of you going up on stage right now are less than 1/2%.
Yeah.
This guy's from Thailand. Have a beer, chill out, relax. Like,
totally.
Let's go meet these, And then after my, pep talk about having to do everything your fucking self, he gets his name called.
Yeah, you told me the story the other night, and I wanted to make you look foolish, but it was funnier to me if I just let you talk about it.
Yeah. So you got up there.
That's the thing, though, is you
4
can't
times.
really think about that. Like, it's kind of like
I don't know how you don't think about that.
you have to be just in the place to make the thing happen.
No, I mean I showed up.
Totally, that's all you can do. Yeah.
Right. So like.
And it's like if you're not showing up, it's like
no, I'm gonna show
you're not
up
doing your part of the.
And if it's 1 minute, dude,
It doesn't make any sense from like like time versus money versus reward because I'd go and try to sign up for the mothership before. So I mean you're going up for 2.
I did that too, yeah.
You're trying to get on 2 things, right? So I'm like, if I get on either, and
everybody's like,
yeah, people swarm around. Yeah, I'm like, if I get on either of these, it's a win for the day.
Honestly, dude, like one of the reasons I got into entertainment to begin with was not to wait in line. Like that's just that's a
not
personal
the case, though.
thing. Like
yeah.
no, I know. Like and that's like Kill Tony's waiting in line behind 200 people when 5 get on. It's like it's a done deal.
Well, that's the thing too is like now it'll be interesting if like because I got on, so it's like when I go back, do I
get juice?
Do I get what?
Did you get invited back or?
Yeah, I mean I got secret show. Like I did. Yeah, so I did. I mean I did like as good as you could basically do.
Right. Without
getting like a golden ticket type of thing.
Right.
Which I feel like there's a certain type of person that's getting a golden ticket, and I don't think I'm in that demo or whatever. So
yeah. What do you mean? Are you too traditional or? What are your biggest insecurities about your own act? And
no, I mean I think they're doing a cool thing where they're giving people that are like have some kind of like not like a disability, but like they definitely are like. It's kind of
there is a circus aspect to it.
Yeah, which is cool to give dudes that like yeah, totally, and
I totally get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're just like you have nothing wrong with you, you got like some good jokes and like you're just kind of you're just into doing stand up and just trying to do it as much as you can. Like I feel like the best you can really ask to do is like come on, have like a nice interview, not like tank your personal life.
How was
and then
the
like
interview?
It was good. Like
it was all up there on the panel.
It was
I have not watched the episode.
Yeah, you gotta watch it, dude. It was Normand and the Are You Garbage guys.
Oh my gosh, wow.
And Ari Shafir.
That's cool.
Yeah, and Mark was like great jokes and Tony was nice and no one was fucking they called me a pedophile a bunch.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it comes with taking pictures of kids for your job, so I was like I knew when every time I go I'm like I know this is gonna come up.
Yep.
And like being able to like joke and roll with stuff is that's part of the gig too. So
right.
So
how did you decide what you wanted to do for the 1 minute?
I just picked just my favorite joke, kind of. I was like, I know I got a joke for 1 minute, and that is a bummer. I mean, I start every 15-minute set or whatever. Basically, I did like my first minute, of like if I was doing a longer set. So now I'm like, damn, I gotta have a new, intro thing. I don't want to be doing that every time, but I was definitely prepared and ready if I got pulled. But
well, how do you write? Like,
I do those sticky notes. Is really like
you just do sticky notes. You don't have like, because I'm thinking, I don't know. What happens with me is I'll take like one joke or like a story, like Connie goes to jail or whatever.
Sure.
And then like find a new detail to expand on, embellish, So like, and then the through lines. Admittedly, the punchline of the jokes is a lot of bald shit for me, So it's like all kind of the same stuff, just wrapped up in different situations, So like, I don't know. Do you think you could, your greatest hits minute? Is there any stuff that you could? How do you drop everything and then just do punchlines, basically?
What do you mean, like just having like a 1 minute thing, or?
Yeah.
Well, it was just a joke that like I was like, this is a good short joke.
Yep.
And I'm like, this would be great for. I mean, I have longer bits, and I'm like, the show really would suck if you're like a great storyteller. I don't know what you do, because it's like, that really is like.
Well, it's like one-liner, 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 no pause for laughter.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting like maybe 3 short jokes in if they're textbook written short jokes. And I was just like, I know this joke is enough, the right amount of time with some potential pauses if it does well. And I mean, I think it's set up for like, if you're a short joke guy, you could really go on there.
One-liner.
You could go on there and
tag.
A dude that I feel like would fucking kill is JJ.
Yeah.
Molinaro.
I was thinking.
I think if he went on there, I mean, there's a lot of dudes that would kill, but I mean, like, that's a dude that has a lot of really tight short jokes.
Right.
And
ultimately, that's kind of what you have to learn how to do.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of messed up too, because there's a lot of people in Austin that are training just to have like when you go to like a mic, you're seeing like a lot of people's like, it's just like a comp of everyone's 1 minute. Yeah, it's like someone will just be doing, because for all the good things that show has done, it's also like, I mean, there's a lot of people that just want to do. And
that's the thing that bothers the shit out of me, is like there's that much hunger for that little opportunity, and I know statistically that it doesn't exist, and all I want to do is just go up.
Yeah.
Wherever. Like, and I can do that here.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
There's
like,
no
we got
amount
a great
of doing
thing.
that. There's no amount of doing that that's going to make me worse at it. So like.
Yeah, what's dangerous is like the open mic scene there. I feel like can kind of turn into a party, because it's like people are just going up and hanging out, waiting. So dudes are like drinking, smoking, hanging out, and it's like I feel like there's definitely a percentage of people that like are kind of like, I don't even really want to go up tonight, but like I'm coming out, really I'm excited for the hang. I'm not like in the zone of like I'm ready to go up at a moment's notice, which is like, I think that's a dangerous thing.
I don't know, because I went there with exactly that head. It was like, I'm probably not gonna go up. I kind of don't want to, but
you kind of can't be like that though.
No. I mean, like, my thing is that like, I don't want to suck my own dick here, but like, if I'm doing a comedy show, I'm producing the stuff, I'm showing it up in like an hour and change early, setting up all the sound. There's a million things to worry about. And I look at a gig like okay, so like the main thing that I like about that open mic in Bentonville, even though there's no comedians there and it's all musicians and all that, is that they have a full-time sound guy. And as a guy who used to do that job, like that's half of the stress that used to be involved with hosting, which is different than just showing up and doing your stuff. So when you talk about like being ready to do it at any minute's notice, like I look at a situation like that, like it's way easier than all of the stuff that I normally do.
Well, you're also looking at it from like, you're a host, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
So you got a different perspective too.
Actually, because somebody bails, 2 minutes into a poem, like that's what that is. You know,
Sure.
Like, oh shit, give it up for
Yeah, I think that's like
and stop whatever I'm doing, and then like whoop.
yeah, that's definitely like
That's actually one of the coolest things about hosting too. Is like you can bail out of a conversation every 5 minutes
yeah,
for no reason. Like and then just drop it. Like
yeah.
it's like smoking cigarettes, dude. It's great. Looks like it's raining a little bit.
Should we wrap up all
I
your
don't know.
stuff? Or
I
what
mean,
do you
I do
think?
have a backup rig for all this stuff, but I mean, yeah, that
What do
is
you
my
mean?
phone. I mean, I got 2 of everything, minus the phone.
Yeah. I'm saying, should we wrap it before it starts raining harder?
Yeah,
or?
I think. Well, I don't know. It looks pretty sickly over there.
Pretty ominous.
Um,
Yeah, dude, it's up to you. You're the host, bro.
well, Nick from Kill Tony. I'm glad that we buried the lead the entire time. I did this with Charlie too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We can do another
I'm
one
learning
sometime.
too much about myself doing this. Yeah.
Your AI is gonna be like you again, talk
No,
about
you
yourself
made the fucking
the
thing
whole
about
time.
yourself the whole time. Again.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, we can do one.
Yeah, you ready?
I was just trying to, even if you just clip out that little bit about Kill Tony, I bet that will get some views.
All right. Well, I should say that. Yeah.
Hopefully it kills. I don't know.
Put that. Hey, for the long version, here's.
Yeah. Do you do any kind of outro, or do you just cut it?
I usually just cut it.
Yeah.
What I'll do is like I'll cut the video and then I'll let the audio run in case we pick up anything.
Nice.
Like a fart or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hadn't happened yet, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this moment. Is it cut?